Good afternoon. Welcome to GrainTV. It's December 26, 2013. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right here is Brock Shimbano to help break down a relatively weak Thursday in the grain markets one day after Christmas. Let's jump into the quotes here. See where the grains settled the day. Corn was down 7 3/4. Soybeans led to the downside, down 13 3/4. Relatively quiet day for wheat. Down a half a cent in Chicago, off 2.5 cents in Kansas City. If you guys got a new mobile device or tablet for Christmas and want some live grain quotes on it, visit us over at grainhedge.com. As you can see behind us here, we now have a great mobile trading app available for demo. As I said, visit us at grainhedge.com if you want to take a look at it. Brock, taking a look here, though, at soybeans for a minute. We did see relative weakness out of beans today. What was your take on the action here one day after Christmas?
You know, we did see quite a sharp sell-off here today for soybeans, down about 13 3/4 on the front month. I think there are several factors at play there. We saw soy oil hit a new contract low here today. I think that helped pull soybeans a little bit lower. A major event down in Argentina is going to be the weather coming through there in the next 6 to 10 days. We're expecting some rains to go through those dry areas that are in a dire need of a pretty good drink right now, just to help those production along down in South America. I think that the prospects of more rain coming was weighing on the market. Then we also saw some profit taking as we near the end of the year. We saw some commodity funds get in there and start selling as well. We saw about 4,000 contracts sold by commodity following funds. So all those factors ultimately brought us down a little bit today. If we take a look at the daily chart here for that the March contract, you can see that that last bar is what we saw here today for action. We're right above the support area, right around that 1310 area or so. You know, I look for this to hold throughout the remainder of the year as we head towards that January 10th report. I would imagine that we're going to continue to trade sideways, mostly in the range that we have been for the better part of about a month and a half now.
Yeah, you know, we saw some weakness out of corn today as well, and if we can switch over to a daily chart there of the March corn contract, you can see here that over the last couple of days we had a pretty good run in corn. In large part that was due to a little bit of a weather premium out of South America. We talked about that some last week on the show. But you can see here that this corn market kind of bumped its head against a trend line that we've been really following since back about early October. It seemed like that added some weakness to the corn market today. And additionally, we had some negative news out of China that 2,000 tons of DDGs were denied by the Chinese due to an unapproved GMO strain within that shipment. So that's not a huge rejection by the Chinese compared to what we've been seeing here over the last several weeks. But I think the big takeaway right now is that the Chinese government has announced they're going to be stepping up inspections of U.S. grain. So we should expect to see more rejections here moving forward until this issue is kind of resolved. So bottom line, that's not a positive story for the grain market in today's action. You combine that with some of the technical weakness that we saw on the daily chart here, and it's not surprising we saw some weakness today. I wouldn't be surprised if we made a run here at 420. We have seen that area act as good support, though, for corn, but certainly a negative Thursday here for the corn market. Big thing tomorrow is going to be those export sales.
Yeah, we do have the export sales out a day late due to that Christmas holiday. What we're expecting from the trade is, if you take a look at this table here, the corn expected exports are about 550 to 750,000 metric tons. Soybeans a little bit lighter than what we've seen over the last several weeks, partially due to we saw us miss expectations quite badly last week on the soybean exports. 500,000 to 700,000 metric tons there. In wheat, we're expecting 350 to 550,000 metric tons. And of course, we'll tweet those numbers at GrainTV is where you can find us on Twitter once they do come across the news wires.
That's right. Thanks a lot for joining us here on a relatively quiet trade day on a Thursday. We'll see if the grains can bounce back tomorrow. Certainly, as we move away from Christmas, we expect the resumption of more normal volume in the market. As I said, we'll have to see if the grains can pick up some ground tomorrow. Big driver will be those export sales report, and we'll keep you posted. Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you then.